Just close your eyes and imagine. You just picked up your brand new Prius from the dealership. You're driving down a nice 2-lane road with the forest all around you. It's a beautiful fall day, and the trees have turned their autumn color. There's a nice wind blowing into your face as you drive with the windows down, and you think to yourself, I'm so glad I bought a Prius. This car is so environmentally friendly that I can sustain a drive like this for generations well past mine. Now open your eyes, because you're absolutely wrong. Everything that we thought about the Prius has been a lie. I'm someone who's been studying vehicles virtually my entire life. I pay attention to all the things that all the top automotive journalists say, and I can tell you that the Prius is a bad car for the environment. I will tell you that the manufacturing of the Prius is bad for the environment. I will tell you that driving the Prius is bad for the environment. And I will tell you that there are many better options to drive if you want a car that won't hurt the environment. So let's start with the manufacturing process. The appeal of the Prius is that it has an electric engine that helps drive the car, but that electric engine is powered by a battery, and that battery is built with nickel. Toyota sources that nickel from a nickel mine in Canada. Now, that nickel mine, hazardous waste experts reports that has caused such an environmental tragedy that NASA uses the area to test their moon rovers because it's called the dead zone. The mine has effectively killed off all plants and wildlife, any plants, trees, that sort of thing in the area, just because of the pollution that the nickel mine puts out. The Guardian reported that in the Philippines, they have suspended or closed 17 different nickel mines because of the environmental concerns that they have. It also takes a lot of energy to build and transport the Prius all around the world. Nick Johansson says in his book, The Green Flowery, An Average Citizen's Common Sense Guide to Global Warming, that after you pull together all the pieces and parts that the Prius uses and drive it for 100,000 miles, the cost of that car is going to be $3.25 per mile driven. The Hummer, one of the worst cars for gas mileage and what people think is one of the most environmentally unfriendly cars in the whole world, will actually cost $1.95 a mile for a lifetime of 300,000 miles. The reason of this outcome is because the Prius is over-engineered. Toyota has to source so many different parts from so many different areas that once they pull them all together to build the Prius in their factories, that they have wasted so much time and energy to do that, and it becomes very expensive. So you might think, well, Josh, the Prius doesn't make up for its environmental damage when you drive it because of the gas mileage. It doesn't. My point will go back to the battery. Daniel Berman, who is a columnist for Drive Tribe, explains to us, in order for the battery to be charged, that it has to either be charged by the engine, a gasoline engine, or it has to be charged by a plug-in system. Now, the gasoline engine is a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, so it takes a lot of work to charge the battery and drive the car, which it has to do. the plug-in still comes, the plug-in option still comes from fossil fuel. The energy to charge that battery will still come from fossil fuels. And so that's not environmentally friendly either. And just because a Prius doesn't mean, just because you have a Prius, doesn't mean that you can drive like Steve McQueen and still get good gas mileage. Berman will refer us to the famous Top Gear motoring show, Top Gear. The British motoring show, Top Gear. Where Jeremy Clarkson, a presenter on the show, follows around the Prius on the track while he is driving an M3 BMW. Now the BMW has a 4.0 liter V8 that produces 414 horsepower. When he's following him around the track, the Prius got 17.2 miles to the gallon, while the BMW did 19.4. So when it comes to getting good MPG, it really just matters on how you drive. So you don't have to have a Prius to get good gas mileage. And I think that there are cars that can do a better job in preserving the environment. To buy a Prius new, you'll start out at an MSRP of $24,325. Even if you wanted to stay brand loyal to Toyota, you could get a brand new Corolla hatchback for $21,090, and you'll still achieve 42 miles to the gallon. If you're feeling the pinch in the wallet, but you still need a new car, get a Mitsubishi Mirage for $14,995. And that, you'll still get 43 miles to the gallon. The cost of the Prius just isn't worth it. We'll go back to Nick Johansson's book, and he says that you'll likely die before the cost benefit of owning a Prius will come true. You can shop around and see that there are cars that get plenty of good gas mileage and that are also low emissions and not as bad for the environment. So the Prius just never was what we thought it was. Never was what we were told it was. So don't be fooled. The manufacturing hurts the environment, driving it hurts the environment, and there are so many better options than the Prius. So if you want to drive a car that's better for the environment than the Prius, get a Hummer. Thank you.